Dance Arts of Columbia provides fitness fun for everyone from 3 years old to adults. Dance Arts is a good environment where the friendly staff makes you feel comfortable. Dance Arts feels that dance is an art form that you can experience firsthand by learning tap, jazz, modern, musical theater, lyrical, and ballet. Dance Arts urges you to enjoy a sense of accomplishment while getting fit and having fun. For class information, call 875-1569. Dance Arts of Columbia, serving Columbia since 1979.
And welcome to Radio Friends on Monday, May the 23rd. Good to have you with us. And I've got my friend John Wright with us, former state representative. Pleasure to have you here, John.
Paul, always good to be with you. Thanks for having me.
Today, you wanted to talk about something that has been in the news on and off for a little bit now, along with the gasoline tax, the cigarette tax.
That's right, Paul. We've got a big opportunity at the ballot box this November in the state of Missouri. And I'm not talking about Donald Trump or Hillary Clinton. I'm talking about a citizens initiative called Raise Your Hand for Kids, which has gathered signatures from more than 300,000 Missouri voters. That's more than twice the number required. And just recently, on May 7th, turned those signatures into the Secretary of State's office to get this initiative on the ballot.
300,000 Missouri voters signed the initiative. Is that right?
Have signed the petition.
The petition to get the initiative on the ballot.
To put the initiative on the ballot, and here's what it does. This is a proposal to raise Missouri's cigarette tax, which is currently the lowest cigarette tax among all 50 states in the country.
Missouri is?
Missouri is the lowest of 50. To raise it by a modest amount and to dedicate 100% of the proceeds towards smoking cessation, childhood health, and early childhood education. That may sound like a modest proposal, and in many ways it is, but it represents a huge opportunity for our state.
Okay. Currently, Missouri's tax is what, 17 cents?
17 cents.
In Kansas, it's $1.29. Oklahoma, $1.03. I didn't know this off the top of my head. I'm reading this, by the way.
Multiples. Well, here, Paul, here are the basic facts. And some of these may surprise you. First of all, the average smoker lives 10 years less than the average non-smoker. That's number one. Number two, Missouri spends over $2 billion a year treating smoking-related illness, and over half of that are our taxpayer dollars that goes through Medicare, Medicaid, and VA hospitals. I call this the smoker's welfare state. It's extremely costly.
$2 billion.
In Missouri alone, as a nation, the federal government, this is public money, federal government spends about $100 billion a year treating smoking-related illness. That's more than we spend on food stamps in this country. So because of that...
Give that again. Okay.
So the federal government spends an estimated $100 billion a year treating smoking-related illness through Medicare, Medicaid, and our VA hospitals. That is more money of our taxpayer money that goes to treat smoking-related illness than we spend as a nation on food stamps.
Okay.
This is what I call the smoker's welfare state. And that is one of the reasons that many states have cigarette taxes, is because the idea is a lot of public money has to go to treat these smoking-related illnesses, so those who buy cigarettes ought to pay their fair share. So Missouri has not raised our cigarette tax since 1992. And so at 17 cents a pack, it hasn't kept up with inflation over that time. Because of that, Missouri has the cheapest cigarettes in the nation, and that helps to attract a lot of teenagers into smoking. So Missouri's the lowest cigarette tax at 17 cents. The highest in the nation is New York State, which is $4.35 per pack.
$4.30?
That's right. That's New York State. Now the average is $1.61 compared to our 17 cents.
And Illinois, our neighbor, is $1.98. Iowa is $1.36.
That's right. So they average out at $1.61. Now that may not sound like a huge difference, but consider this. If we raised our 17 cents a pack to the national average, that would generate enough new revenue to A, offer a 10% reduction in income taxes for every individual and family in the state of Missouri. It would enough new revenue to B, double our funding for the state of Missouri, University of Missouri, and all of our state community colleges. or to fill more than 100% of the long-running shortfall in our K through 12 foundation formula for public education in the state. So these are big dollars when you cut through it.
When you break it down along the political lines, is this a bipartisan effort? Are politicians on both sides, Republicans and Democrats, supporting this?
It's more or less a nonpartisan effort. So yes, so there are many people, both Republicans and Democrats, are supporting the proposal because it's a common sense proposal. It's not terribly political. The real fault line in this is between interest groups that earn a lot of money off of selling cigarettes and the general public, and the grassroots groups that have come together to put this forward. So just to zero in on this a little bit, Missouri is a low-tax state, and Missourians want to keep it that way. And so the way this proposal has been structured is to gradually raise the state cigarette tax from 17 cents a pack to a level that is still a little bit less than half of the national average. So this is not a big sea change, and graduated over a 4-year period. The proceeds will be 100% dedicated to 3 things: smoking cessation, childhood health, and early childhood education. And it's been crafted so that those dollars are guaranteed to go into those categories, and the legislature cannot redirect it towards other uses.
So there's no way that this money could be used for anything else but those 3 topics.
If this passes, there's no way under Missouri state law, and that's an area of great importance to a lot of voters, and rightfully so, because we all know that once dollars go to through the state capitol, there are a lot of different interest groups that are vying for the limited state resources that we have. And so that's why this proposal has been crafted to absolutely guarantee by law that those dollars have to go to early childhood health education.
So how do the public schools would tend to benefit from this also?
Public schools can benefit. The way this works is public schools, both private and public organizations that are engaged in early childhood education, early childhood health, and smoking cessation programming can qualify for funds if this passes, including the public school. Where
can people go on the internet to read about this?
There's a great website called raiseyourhandforkids.org, raiseyourhandforkids.org, that has a lot of good information. And I'd encourage everybody to check it out. You will hear a lot of misinformation about this campaign over the coming months because the tobacco lobby is very strong and very well funded. And there are a lot of groups that make a lot of money selling cigarettes.
Okay. All right, but this is Raise Your Hand for Kids. We're out of time.
RaiseYourHandForKids.org.
on the internet.
That's right. This is our chance to take a clear step for a brighter future for the state.
John, thank you so much for coming by. Always a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you, Paul. It's great to be with you.
Tomorrow we've got dance arts on and research study involving pets. Our program directed by Travis McMillan, Reynolds Journalism Institute, audio Pat Akers, KBIA, our floor director Maya Jackson, and our assistant producer and guest coordinator Uncle James Mouser.